Hi, welcome to NDE TV. I'm Peggy Robinson. Today's guest is Dr. Santosh, and you're in India, is that correct?
India.
Yeah. And he's going to tell
Yeah,
us about his near-death experience.
yeah. Hi, Peggy Robinson. I'm really so much thankful to you for coming to this fascinating your NDE TV, and it's a great work you are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on, being a guest.
Okay, as far as I'm concerned, I had an NDE a decade ago, as happened some 12 years ago, and it was in brief I'll tell you, I was traveling in a train from my workplace, that is in Cochin, that is also called Ernakulam, to my native, that is Kannur, that also called Kannur. So 300 kilometers journey, 300 kilometers. So when two-thirds of my journey completed, then I got a seat near to the window side. In daytime general compartment, I was coming. So I sat near to the window side. Then there was a what is it? The shutter, the window shutter. Actually, that is made of heavy glass with metallic frame and all that.
So you
So
were
there
on
is
a
a,
train and the window shattered?
yeah, I was traveling in a train. My journey from Ernakulam to Kannur. Ernakulam is the workplace where I am working in a university, and I was coming to my native, Kannur. Uh, so it is 300 kilometers. So about two-thirds of my journey was completed. Two-thirds of journey, about 200 kilometers was passed. Then I got a seat near to the window side. Window side. So what happened was the window is made of heavy glass and with the sides frames and all that in metal, fabricated by metal. So there is a spring mechanism to hold it. That spring mechanism broke, I think it was broken, and it was latched. So all of a sudden what happened was little jerk was there. Then all of a sudden this fell on my elbow. I was keeping my arm window. So then I had severe pain. Severe pain. Never had such a pain. I met many accidents, but severe pain and small wound was there, very small wound, and there was bleeding, and wound was very small. And I asked the fellow passengers to help me to tie it with my uh, handkerchief. So I gave the kerchief to them, and they tied. And then I asked them, can you just get me a sip of water? So the water bottle was kept on the carrier. Then they took it and gave to me. I just had a sip of water, had a sip of water. Then all of a sudden, all the scenes inside the train was gone. It disappeared. All the
Oh, the
scenery.
what?
Pardon, can you hear me? Any accent, any
I
problem?
it's the accent. Uh-huh. I hear you
Okay,
fine. How's the accent?
accent,
Um,
it is, it's okay for you. I am in between. I think you will edit it, isn't it? The video will be editing. Also, I am asking in between any problem in the viewers too, because I am an Indian, and I do not know whether is it clear for you, the viewers.
yeah. So you were on a train and the
Yeah,
window busted and you were
yeah,
bleeding and they tied it for you and gave you a sip of water. That's what I've got.
yeah. Okay, okay. Then all of a sudden, I already discussed, and what happened was that small accident. It was a very small accident. The window, the shutter fell on my elbow, and there was bleeding and all that. So all of a sudden, my memory, everything gone. Memory in the sense I got, it is not unconscious. I mean, there I am conscious. My consciousness is there. Inside the train, all the sceneries were gone. All the scenes inside the trains were vanished. And I have consciousness, but all of a sudden I moved to another world. Another world, you can say. So that is, initially there was grayish or dark or something. I couldn't recollect it because I think it is gray light pillars or something that you are telling about the tunnel and all that, maybe.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. You were in another scene.
Yeah, another scene. Yeah,
And
I took a sip of water.
I'm sorry.
I took a sip of water. I had a sip of water.
Right, you had a sip of water.
Then all of a sudden, my consciousness went to another world. You can
Right.
say that, yeah. So what I could see that immediately after that, I could see that a grayish or some dark tunnel you are saying, similar sort of thing. I think it is pillar-like sort of thing.
A grayish dark tunnel.
Yeah, I think that it's the people are saying that it's tunnel. Then I could see that bright horizon. A bright horizon.
Bright horizon.
Yeah, very what is it? Pleasant light, and then I have been taken to you can say that a realm in the sense that a snow-like world. My consciousness went to a snow-like world. Snow-like world. It is. You can say that is a realm.
A light world.
Yeah, it is a realm. So I have been taken to that realm. That is
that realm.
Initially I saw the bright light, a horizon sort of thing. Then I have been taken to a world. You can say that it's a realm. It is snow-like world, snow-like realm.
Snow White. It's white realm.
White realm. Yeah. But my consciousness is there as am I, but there is no body consciousness. When I looked on to my body, nothing was there.
Right.
And perception is increased, wide perception and all that, and everything as usual, everything. But I've been taken to another world. You can say that it's a snow world. So where I could see that some great difference and all that. There is some sort of what is that? Behind that, some sort of building or something. Some great differences there. So there was no decision making and all that. So then all of a sudden, from that scene, we're gone, and I have been taken to another place that is just like horizon. It's a high range sort of thing. It's a high range sort of thing. High range.
What's that word?
The gods. You can say that gods. It looks like a gods.
What? I'm sorry.
It looks like gods. High range.
High range.
Yeah. It is high range.
Okay.
So from that, the view I had is another world. I think another realm it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Then finally, there fraction of few seconds, you can hardly say 1 minute. Then I have been taken to another world, another realm.
Oh.
That is very nice. Looks like a field of flowers. Looks like field of flowers. Vast field of flowers. It is yellowish in color. But the light is like evening sunlight. When it reaches here, the reddish scattered light, same sort of light I had perceived. I could perceive. My perception says that it's a orange type of light.
Okay.
Sunset time, we are getting the light here, the same sort of light. Nobody was there. nobody. I couldn't find anybody. Only this field of flowers. Then I confirmed that this is the death. This is the death happened to me. The death has happened to me. Now I
Yes.
can't. Yeah, I can't go back to my earthly realm.
You can
So
what?
I cannot go back to my
Earth.
back to earth. So I confirmed that this is death. So then I asked what to do here. What is my nobody is there. What can I do there? I was really in a panic situation, but there was no fear and all that. And then all of a sudden, I thought about my family. My younger daughter was about 2.5 years old. She was. So all of a sudden, I thought about family, society, my place and all that, native place and all that. Then that moment, uh, uh, all of a sudden, my consciousness came back to my body inside the train.
Okay.
Yeah. So I could see that a lot of people were there, surrounded by myself. Officials from the train, 2 officials were there, and also co-passengers and so many people crowded. So then after seeing the signs of life in my body, they all embarrassed. So they were all, they thought that I have already gone. I have died or
But you
something like
did.
that. Yeah, they had confirmed. They have confirmed it.
You confirmed it on the other side, and they confirmed it here, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Because they all confirmed that I have gone. That is why that officials and all came. And in fact, immediately after that, the official, I think, superintendent in the train, he asked me my whereabouts and all that, all the details, some phone numbers and all that, relatives and all that, and my whereabouts and all that. And they asked whether am I all right, whether you are all right. We have informed the next station to get some medical assistance and all that. Are you all right? Then I said I am perfectly all right. I can travel. It's not a problem. Then they said you will get medical assistance only in your place. That again you have to travel about 70 kilometers or so. Are you all right? Then I said I am perfectly all right. Okay, let it be. So I travel like that. So then the people were crowded, and the official said, "Let him take rest. All of you move better." And by that time, in my cabin, few fellow passengers were there. So they asked about what happened. Then I said I could visualize three astral realms, three realms, or three worlds, afterlife worlds, or spiritual worlds. And I explained to them. Then they said inside the train, what happened was they were all panic, and they thought that I got a massive cardiac arrest because of this accident. They thought that a cardiac arrest or something, massive heart attack, or you can say that cardiac arrest. So they were all done a lot of exercise, punching and all that. Then the pulse were going down. So they confirmed that almost died. The poster was like that. So it lasted for about 3-4 minutes maximum. I think it is 3 minutes. Within that span of time, I visited all the realms, afterlife realms, I think. Then they explained all the inside the train what had happened, and I explained to them about my consciousness which moved to the other side. Accident happened to me many times, but I went unconscious also, but that is different, and this experience is different because this is overall my consciousness is there, body is not there. I can see everything, I can sense everything, but there is no body consciousness. When I look down, there was no body, and I can see all the things, just like this world, the horizon and light and everything I could see. And there was lovely sort of getting affection and all that, but no fear at all. But I till that I didn't know about NDE, near-death experience, and all sort of this astral realms and all that. So the first time when there is a lot of confusion. Then this was my experience, only 3 minutes experience, but it excited me, and I then moved on to research, or you can say that to study a lot about afterlife. After this incident, I started searching all the literatures related to afterlife. Then I got a lot of information. Then after this incident, I came back to my home, and I tried to tell to many people, even including my wife also. They're all scared, because that means all are scared.
What's
And
that?
also,
What is it?
yeah, when I discussed with my family,
Yeah.
relatives, my friends, and all that, some of them, they said that this is hallucination, and you would have gone some sort of accident related. This may be a halo or sort of thing. But some people are scared about this. After hearing that, they were all scared about this, because that means people will scare. And then I did not disclose it for about a decade. I think 10 years I did not disclose it to anybody, because they will take it as lightly, and we will become, what is it, some sort of people take in another way. They say that these are all hallucination and all that. But when I started reading, that time I was having a book with me. I read that in that journey. I read that book. I was going through that book. That book is called the Autobiography of a Yogi. So that I carried. It's written by Paramahansa Yogananda. So that book, in that book about death and all that, it is discussed in one chapter, the resurrection of Yukteswar. In that chapter, it is discussed. So maybe that is the beginning of my this one. What is it about the realms, afterlife, and all that? Got the blessings from the Supreme because of this. Maybe it is all connected, I think. Then, do you have any questions or in between, or
No,
in
go
between?
ahead.
Yeah, or else should I continue?
Yeah, sure, continue.
Should okay. Then after 1 year, I went to Ethiopia, one country in African country. It is an UNDP program teaching in higher universities and higher education, to give some sort of teaching, new technology and all that. In that, I got through UNDP to Ethiopian University, one Ethiopian university. So there, after teaching and all that, teaching, research, guiding and all that, I gets a lot of time. So I used to investigate in the sense that I used to search for afterlife details and all that. So I got a lot of details about afterlife. This mediums in UK, one medium, Leslie Flinte Educational Trust, they have got a lot of what is it, the communication. His life is devoted. Leslie's life was devoted for communicating with the souls, departed souls. So
What's that
this,
word?
pardon?
What was that last word? Source or?
Souls departed, the died person's souls. souls of the deceased.
Okay.
Souls of the deceased. So mediums, you would have heard about the mediums.
Yeah, I've heard of medium. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This medium, Leslie Flint, made a lot of records, thousands of records with communicate with the souls
Okay.
of the deceased. So I started reading all many. This found to be very astonishing facts and all that. And there is one-to-one relationship, as I have told you earlier, that there is a book and all that. In that one chapter is about the afterlife realms. And when I compared this book details and this spirit communication details, this one-to-one correspondence is there. Most of it is not at all related. The book is different, and Resurrection of Yukteswar, that is the book chapter. In that, it is discussed about the realms after life and all that. So that and exactly the spirit communication from other side through Leslie Flint medium, there is one-to-one correspondence I could see. So that the life in one astral realm is about 1,000 years equivalent here. Then the soul can purify and get better realms and all that. So ultimate realm is heaven and all that. It is the spirit communication. You can see in my book also that is discussed. So after this, I will tell you that I published a book also. So that incident I will tell you. So I compared all this and many literature on this. And there I used to pray. I used to pray in my residence. I took the family also. My little daughter also was there. The family also. Then in my room, I used to pray. The prayer room is there. I kept one room for prayer. My prayer is to thank God. God means the Supreme. The Supreme, that is the creator of the universe. So I pray to the omnipresent, that is, there is no name and all that. And as you know, that spirit, that is Supreme Soul, that is the God who created all this cosmos, all the facilities are provided by this Supreme Soul. So I used to thank for giving all these facilities and faculties for sustenance of life for me on this planet Earth. So that day I asked God that whether I got plenty of resources. I got a lot of information about afterlife. So this experience I got it, but that is only for few, but 3 minutes and all that. But that enabled me to gather a lot of information regarding the afterlife. So this information which I am having, whether should I give to the public, to the world community about afterlife, because they are all ignorant about it, and the common men are not aware of afterlife. And then this I asked God whether should I give this information to the public, to the common man who are ignorant about the facts and all that. So all of a sudden what happened was my younger daughter, she was around 3 years old that time. She just entered into the prayer room, opened the door and came with a pad, writing pad, with a paper and pencil and all that. And she gave it to me and said, "You write." And she said, "You write." I was really astonished. I had just asked the Supreme whether should I give. That is, I could not. I am in the name of God. I am saying this is the truth happened in my life. So she doesn't know anything about it, and she gave it and said, "You write," and left. Immediately she left. Then I really embarrassing situation, and then afterwards, next day onwards, I started writing about my knowledge in a notebook. whatever comes in my mind, how to improve, how to purify the soul, how to get that life, that afterlife, and all that in this one, and all this spirit communication and book related things and all that. So I took it as a challenge and all that, but it was nowhere it was reaching, because I need to get their permission and all that, the concerned organizations permissions and all that. I do not know whether they gives it or not. My mostly people think that to make business or something, book publishing and all that, people are doing for that only. So intention they won't understand. So in between I made 3 books writing. Then I returned to India, and I was not in a position to publish it, because I'd get a lot of permissions from all the organizations and all that. Then I lost the interest. I kept assets for 3-4 years. But I have a guilty. I have a guilty consciousness and all that, because I asked the Supreme and asked me to write, and it got delayed because it is not perfect. Actually, I can't advise the people. I have to give something about the afterlife and all that. I have to incorporate certain things from other books and all that, and websites and all that. So I kept as such. But after some time, uh, I thought it is not a fair thing to delay it further. Then I decided better I will publish it. I took an oath, and I again promised God that I will immediately I would publish this book. Then I started writing all these organizations. Prior to that, one is the Yogoda Satsanga Society of India. They have got in America, US also. There is a center and all that. So to take the chapter, that is the resurrection of Sri Yukteswar, that is from Yogananda's book. I just wanted to incorporate this, but there was no reply and all that initially. So it continued repeatedly. I used to send mails and all that, but there was no response for a long time, because they were all monitoring. They were all examining me whether it is genuine sort of thing, or whether simply. Finally, the reply came that okay, we were, after it took nearly 1 year, I think, but they said, I got an information that you can take it, but not as such. You make your own writing, and then they said they have to send it to US. Headquarters is in United States of America. That is, YSS center is there, Yogoda Center. Then they said within 1 week we will get the sanction and all that. So I made a write-up and all that I sent, and finally I got that sanction also. Similarly, by the time the UK-based spirit communication Lisley Flint organization, also I wrote to them, email and all that. They immediately they gave positive response, and they said you can go through all this and transcripts and all that. You can collect. You can make your own words. You can write and you can send to us. We will help you a lot. I told them my initiative is like this. I told my experiences and all that. Then they were interested. They helped me a lot. That is, I'm not remembering all these names, but one call that is the UK based. That is Mr. Carl Jackson Vance. Carl Jackson Vance. His name is. He helped me a lot. He's director of the.
Do you have your book there with you?
Yeah, book is with me. This is the book. Yeah.
The Miracle of Life After Death.
Yeah, the miracle of life after death, a scientific and spiritual investigation. That is a book.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to give it free of cost. That was my intention. But the publishers, you know, that they need a profit and all that. And also, I made it free of cost for a long time. But for a long, the free of cost, they won't give for a long time and all that, the ebook and all that. And there is a paperback also, but I'm not intended for the profit making and all that. I wanted to uh, uh, transfer this knowledge to the whole world about this one. And also one thing, if no money means no value, that is the problem. So just a cup of tea, whatever you're giving, that much only it cost the ebook and all that, and it was free of cost for the past so many days. And now they have charged $0.33 or something again introduced. But I wanted to make it ebook and all that free, and maximum people it should reach. And then this his response was very good, and he helped me a lot, and he himself edited everything, that chapter, and separate chapter is made. So it is fantastic. And then the autobiography of Yogi, the Yogoda Satsanga Society from America, they gave the sanction, and they said you can keep this chapter. So that also I got, and immediately after that I contacted an organization in America, that is near death NDERF, that is near death experience research organization or something. Just so
International Association Near Death Studies.
yeah. There is a Judy Long is the director of that.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
Dr. Jeffrey Long's wife, or the NDERF,
NDE.
Near Death Experience Research Foundation. Yeah, not
So
IN.
I wrote to them. They said it is nice that you can take it. There is no point of giving permission. You can take it, but one thing is that you have to take the permission of individual NDEs also. Individual NDE, that the NDE's permission also necessary. But I couldn't contact all the individual NDEs. And then finally, again, I contacted Jody Long, and said that there is a copyright issue and all that. So you can, like, if you are not taking their permission, you can take 3 or 4 lines from this experience. You can brief it, and you are need not have to highlight their names and all that. So I did, like, because it was too late. So I did like that. Then
She endorsed
also,
my book.
pardon?
Jody
Yeah,
Long
yeah.
endorsed my book.
Oh, I see. Okay, right. Then she was very nice, very helpful. And also I had contacted Dr. Kriya Hogan. You would be knowing Dr. Kriya Hogan, Director Center for Spiritual Understanding, USA. He is the director, Center for
Hogan?
Spiritual, that is Center for Spiritual Understanding.
Okay.
And they have got a website also. So his response also was very excellent. He said, whatever material you need from our website, you can take it. So it was very, very, supportive mentality from him.
Good.
So I incorporated that also. And some NDEs, you may be knowing Karen Blanche Thomas.
She's been a guest on my show, Karen Thomas. She's a friend of mine on Facebook.
She has written a preface also for my book, and her story also, she herself, Karen ma'am herself edited, and she said, as such you can put it in your book. So that is incorporated to the NDE. And then Mary Birchstone, that is one NDE person. She is from US, and that happened when she was resided in China.
Did you say Mary Stone?
Mary Bergstrom.
Oh, is it Bartholomew? No.
Yeah.
Is it Bartholomew?
Yeah. Mary.
I'm thinking of Barbara Bartholomew. Okay, I don't know who that is, but Mary.
She said, okay, her experience also she sent to me in return. And that also incorporated in my book, 2 separate NDEs. along with NDERF. NDERF, because of this reason, I took 3-4 lines only in brief, so many, and like that. And I revised the book in between, and in that I added one more chapter. That is the chapter. It is from the you would have seen one book, that is the Law of Spirit World. One book is written by Gorshad Bhavnagri, that is from India, and accidentally it came to me. Actually, I was thinking of how to improve my book and all that. By that time, I got this message. Actually, it is astonishing thing, because that time I used to see numbers 1 1 1 1, like that, 4 numbers always in everywhere I look. Short period 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 1, like that, 1 1 this one. Then I inquired with somebody that what is significant. Then I signifies. I looked on to this and all that. So then I got the information that's from the spirit world. Somebody is contacting you. They wanted to, the soul wanted to transfer some message and all that. But accidentally, it happened that this book came to me. I happened to see that book. Then immediately I wrote to the concerned publishers, the predecessors of Gorshad Bhavanagri. She is no more now. Her 2 of her boys were killed in a car accident. So their parents alone were there, father and mother, and those boys died. So these boys, their souls wanted to communicate with the mother. So there was a medium and all that. That through that medium, initially their soul communicated with her, and finally, the souls of boys, they trained this mother a coding sort of thing, that is called what is it, the automatic writing skills.
Okay.
Yeah. Through that, they started communicating. A small paragraph used to give daily. So 2 decades it took. This communication from the spirit world, this deceased boys used to communicate. So they communicated all the nature of, they got the permission from what is that, the higher soul, from higher realm. You can say that it's a heaven or sort of thing. So that soul gave encouraged to inform their mother about the realms and all that. So like that, every day she used to write with this code, and like that, after 2 decades, I think the book is got published. The book is published. So that book I got. So it is miraculous about all the realms, life, and it says that there are 7 realms,
7 realms,
7 astral world, 7 astral realms and all that. And realms are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3 are referred as hell. It is 1, 2, 3 realms, 1, 2, 3 realms or worlds are referred as the spirit realm, are referred as hell. So there is no light and all that. So it is described in such a way that in what is it? You know that the scriptures says about the hell, heaven, and all that. Same sort of description they have given, and one is very low realm. It is terrific life and all that. So the mischievous things, the cruel people and all that, after death they will reach there. They will be put into that realm. They have to suffer thousands of years, equivalent earthly years. They have to suffer, and then only they will purify, and sometimes they will get better realm. That is, the number 2 is better than number 1. Number 3 also belongs to hell, and like that. So once they cross over this, all the realms, self purification, if they can do, and those hell and all that, finally they will get fully purified, after purification, they will get to the fourth realm. It is a middle realm. It is not a very fantastic realm at all, but the light is there and all that. And the environment is little better. It is okay. It is neutral. You can say that it is better compared to this hell. So in then the 5, 6, 7 are referred as the heaven starts from what is it? 5, 6, and 7 is extreme. That is a heaven ultimate. So fifth is better, and sixth is wonderful, and the seventh is heaven. You need not. I need not have to discuss about it because people knows through the scriptures and all that. So those three comprises of heaven, and heaven itself there are three different stages and all that. So this is given in autobiography of a yogi. In that resurrection of Sri Yukteswar, one chapter, it is discussed already. Heaven is there. That is, it is referred in his language, the resurrected master to his disciple, Yogananda. He described as the heaven is referred as casual realm and all that. And just below that, there is Hiranya Loga, the world of illusion or something like that. So Hiranya Loga. So when I compared this book with that, it is resembles to seventh realm is heaven, and just below that is Hiranyaloka, that is seventh realm. Sorry, sixth realm. So this realm also sixth realm and all that very advanced sort of souls are reaching there. So after purification from that realm, thus people are transformed into the seventh realm, that is heaven. So all these things are discussed in other books in Leslie Flinte, and also this spirit communication in this book also, laws of spirit world. So one-to-one correspondence is there. Then there is no connection between them. The authors may not be knowing each other and about this. When I compared all these literatures, there are one-to-one correspondence, all this, and I have incorporated all this. And I wrote to the concerned predecessors of the Gorshad Bhavanagri, the author. Author is the mother of this died, deceased souls, the sons of them. And predecessors, one I contacted us that Sarain Davar. I am very thankful to her because she is from Mumbai, India. So they asked my initial book, the book published by myself, and I sent the book, the hard copy book. And after reading that, they gave the permission, and they asked me what are the things you require. Then I said I wanted to discuss about the realms. It is 1 to 7 because I wanted to discuss something cross reference and all that. I wanted to discuss whether it is true or not, because the other books also there is one-to-one correspondence. And in Leslie Flinte, one spirit told that when he entered into the after death, the realm and all that, he could perceive, he could see that there is a gigantic figure that is very what is that very supreme figure of that what is it that realm. And he did not discuss much about that, but in this spirit world, it says that every realm composed of 10 stages, and each stage is having one supreme, one highly advanced soul. So that then I in my discussion I said that this Leslie Flint is this one. This soul would have an experience like the advanced soul in that realm. So I gave the explanation for this. So these are very vital information as far as this one is concerned, and also scriptures are concerned. Scriptures says that the Bible says that there is heaven, hell, and all that. In between, there is a purification place also in purgatory, or what is it in Catholics? I think they say that there is a place where for purification process takes place for the souls for to get the higher realm, that is heaven and all that. So in my sense, the fourth realm discussed in the spirit world. It is uh, is a world for purification. That is purification sort of thing. So then either go, if that is not purified again, that will go to the hell, or it is purified the heaven sort of thing, better realms. So that is discussed in my book. And also the fact that this my intention is that this world, all this crime sort of things, killing and addiction to drugs and all that, the youth and all that, it is mainly because they are ignorant about afterlife. So they think that the life ends when we die. So death is the final episode, and there is no life after death. So they are not aware of all these things. So once they know about this, the crime will, the people will understand that there is after life you will have to suffer a lot. So they will control here. Some people will improve. Those who read my book, they will try to improve. So this is the message given from the Supreme, I think. I do not know, to give to the world. So that work assignment I had completed, and it's wonderful fact that I was here in India, a small state I'm living and all that. But after this publication of this book, so many people contacted me. Whoever reads that, last week also one old lady from Ireland contacted me. Her name is not remembering. She said her daughter has died. She wanted to know whether her soul is peaceful. Then I said, I am not doing any sort of this sort of things. I just gave all this literature, knowledge, and all that. But I do not know what I cannot say. But you have to approach the mediums and all that. Then she said, okay, can you tell me some mediums and all that? Then I could, in my book also, I discussed this. I had told you about Dr. Kriya Hogan's spiritual understanding, one USA based one organization. I found that they are giving, they are a lot of service, like what is the charity sort of the things they are doing. They are giving some sort of training to communicate with the departed souls of the members of the family and all that. So then I asked the mother to go to the website and find out. And then next day she replied, I am very thankful to you because a lot of information, and I'm going to attend that training. That I gave the names and all, name and all that. Then I said I never, because I have to clarify, I never attend the sort of this one. As the information I have, I just informed you. That's all. And she said it's all right, but I am very happy, and I will go for this one, and I will let you know after. So like that, people are getting some sort of grieving. People are getting support, some sort of what is it? They never, because they grieve, they mourn for a long. Their life will become miserable, and when they get this information, they will be happy that at least they can pray for that. And in my book also some techniques and some how we can pray for the soul to improve, the departed, deceased souls of the family members and all that. How can we do some sort of exercise from here to purify their soul and all that? So they all get some sort of relief. So many people contacted me like this, grieving people. Once, so this mother, then later she did not tell that her daughter died because of suicide,
Because of
committed
what?
suicide.
Oh,
The Ireland mother, she said, committed suicide. So suicide
the
has such
mother
a
of
big
those
that,
two little boys that died committed suicide?
yeah, from Ireland, one mother, a very old woman, contacted me, and I told you that she wanted to know whether her daughter is peaceful. Her soul is.
Oh, that one had a daughter. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So then she said finally day before yesterday she communicated with me, and she said her daughter committed suicide. She was, but
Oh, I
all the
see.
souls committing suicide does not go to the hell that is described in many. But the sometimes they would have done a lot of good things, deeds, and all that. So that will be carried to the other side. But if they are cruel and mischievous, sort of thing, and all that drug addicts, addiction, and sort of thing, not only drug addiction, they are doing some sort of cruelty, the crime, and all that, they have to suffer. So once commit suicide means they will, all the suicide people won't reach to the hell, lower realms.
I don't
But
know.
according to their karma, that means the work which deed they have done here in the earth, uh, accordingly they will get the realm. But they will have to suffer a lot because they committed suicide because of some issues here. So when they reach to the other side, uh, no compromise, because whatever the issues are here, it is still pending, and they have to compromise with the people here. So that feeling with that, the soul means ourself itself. We get the feeling as I, but that has to suffer. That has to
I
mourn
don't
their
know about any of that. I don't recommend
yeah.
mediums and because I don't know anything really.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
I don't know
yeah.
about like where people go, and as far as, are you going to go to hell? Are you going to go to heaven? I can only tell you what I experienced at that
That's
point in my life, which I had two NDEs, and the 5-year-old NDE was very different than the one 20 years later. So, I
right.
don't know, but I appreciate you coming on, and
Yeah.
I apologize. I don't know what kind of problem we had before we got started with the volume.
Yeah.
I've tried my best to hear you because of the accent now, and so I think I got a clear picture.
Yeah,
So,
initially it was like that.
thank
And
you.
yeah, welcome. Okay. It is finished or anything more?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
It is finished or
Yeah.
have to discuss some more?
Oh,
What about whether this episode is closed, or you want to discuss more about this, or
I think we
further?
got everything. I'm having a lot of hard trouble with the accent and really hearing well, and
Yeah,
so yeah. So I
yeah,
appreciate you coming on, and I'll put a link for your book in the description so they can get it and read it and hear through
yeah,
reading without the uh, communication
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Okay.
I have given scientific part also, little light on signs of soul, signs of death, and all that. From the literature, I did not do much research on that. And
Okay.
there's a spiritual side also discussed about the soul departure and all that. So
Okay.
it is very fascinating to read my book. I'll once more I'll tell you that it is not intended for profit making, but to share the knowledge to the whole world.
Right.
What can I do in my life that I'm doing? So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Bye bye.
Okay then. Bye.